Cain, average climber. Today we're out here at Independence Pass to finish up our 3-part series on the Bulldog Boulders. I'm going to be showing you the Holy Ship, dependent boulders, and the Lone Stone. So let's get to it. Alright, now we're out here at the Holy Ship. This particular boulder is located 20 feet from the parking lot. When you pull in, you'll be able to see it. It has 3 routes on it. It has a V2 that starts right down here, a V3 that starts around the side, and then a V6 on the corner. Today, I'm going to be doing the sit-start V2 for you. As far as safety concerns for this particular climb, the biggest thing you have to worry about is this rock right here. But if you toss a pad over top of that one, I like to have this bigger one right here. So with this particular problem, with your top out, you're gonna throw up a high heel. I like it because you're not that high off the ground, and it's a good practice to kind of get comfortable with moves like that. One great thing about bouldering is you can kind of perfect each movement, so when you see it again on a different problem, you're ready for it, your body's ready for it, and you feel more comfortable doing it. So with this problem, you're gonna be starting sitting down. You've got your left hand here, and then a right hand on a crimp. You've got a little foot down here that you're gonna put your left foot on, and then you're following the seam up to the top. Little push to the side as well coming up on that one. So yeah, nice high heel, a little side push to get yourself out of the pool. This is a good one to practice on. I like it a lot. As far as the down climb goes, you're pretty much just gonna get as low as you can and hop down. It's kind of a squared off rock, so. So now we are at the dependent boulders, talking about this big rock over here to my left and this big rock right here to my right. There's 2 problems on this one, a V2 and a V3. There are 3 problems on this one, a 2, a 3, and a 4. Both of these rocks are located 20 feet from the parking lot. When you pull up, you can see them. They're not hidden like everything here. Nothing is really hidden. Okay, so I'm going to do the sit start to V3 on this one. If you don't want to do the sit start, you can start on these 2 edges right here and put your foot up on this, and that one, they count as a V2. So the start for this one is down here on this edge. There is a loose piece of rock right here. It's been marked with an X. Don't use that. So yeah, you'll match up on here. There's a foot right over here, and you're gonna kind of smear your other foot right there. This one, your only real safety concern is there's a little rock right here and these little ones. Other than that, it's a very level landing. All you really need is a pad. If you're doing the ones on the side of the face, over by where my sleepy dog is, you may want a spotter just to keep you from hitting a tree, and there's a pretty big rock right here. But aside from that, out here at the Bulldog Boulders, all of your landings are pretty good. All right, so let's do this V3. For the down climb on this one, you're just gonna come around the back side of the rock and off to the left. Follow steps, kind of work your way down. There's some big holds up here, and yeah, there you go. So now we are about 20 feet from where we were and about 40 feet from the parking lot if you're going east out of the parking lot. We are at a boulder called Lone Stone. There is only 2 routes on this one. There's a V0 traverse that starts on the right side and comes left, and then there's a V4 on here, and that's the one that I'm going to be doing today, that starts right here on these crimps and goes straight up. The Lone Stone isn't very tall, so really the only safety concern I have here is these handful of big rocks. I just like to have my pad over top of that. there's really no room for a spotter because there's a tree right here. So this, again, is one of those problems that if you don't feel comfortable on it, don't do it. Practice the moves that you feel good on. Climb until you don't feel comfortable anymore. Remember, you can always down climb. With this one, you're so low that you can just step off. You're gonna start matched. You're gonna have a right foot out on this tiny little edge, and your left foot's gonna be right in here. This climb really isn't about how strong you are. It's about how you can position your body to get the best positivity out of all of the holds that you can, so you can stay on and get to the top. Once you get up on top, you're gonna cut down and to my left, down and around, and then this is the V0 that goes down. So I use this as my down climb. A lot of big holds, a lot of big feet. Pretty good. And there you go. All right, that's all the time we have for today. Before we head out, I wanted to talk a little bit about spotting. A lot of people brought up last week that I probably should have had a spotter climbing lightning bolt, and they're absolutely right. The first time I did do this climb, I actually had 2 spotters and like 4 pads. But after doing it, I think I've done it like 6 times now, I feel really comfortable on it. Not to say that when you are outside, spotting is incredibly important. The purpose of spotting is to make sure that they land on the pad. So for lightning bolt, for instance, you have a relatively flat landing right here, but then you also have these jagged, sharp rocks. So, the first time that I climbed it, when I had spotters, I had them stand on this rock to make sure if I came off, I didn't bounce my head off of it. A couple of pointers with spotting. You want to have one leg back to kind of brace yourself. If you're standing straight up and down, when they come off, both of you are going backwards. So make sure you have a nice solid foot back so you can brace yourself so you're not going to hurt yourself. Fingers together. If you catch the side of them and they only catch your thumb, you're going to break your thumb. And that's the end of your climbing day. Keep your fingers together, keep the hands up, and remember, you're not trying to catch anybody here. You're just kind of trying to direct them towards the pad and keep them from bouncing off the rocks. All right, till next time, happy climbing, everybody.